Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. So today my question is, why is blood red? Now it's a very simple question, but it was quite an interesting subject to research, and it took me all the way back in time many years ago to when I was in school and sat in biology classes. Let's start by looking at what blood is. Blood, it functions to transport oxygen and nutrients around the body. It also transports waste material to the organs. They then process that and they expel it from the body. Blood also contributes to the immune system. It helps us to fight infections. Now, what makes up blood? The main liquid portion, it's called plasma. It's a yellowish fluid and it carries the nutrients and the cells around the body. Carried in this plasma, there are three main types of cells. The first, they're the red blood cells. They're known as erythrocytes. And these are the ones that carry the oxygen and the carbon dioxide around the body. A red blood cell looks a little bit like a flattened disc, and it's got a dent in the middle. These cells, they contain a protein called hemoglobin. And it's this hemoglobin that carries the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. The blood, it flows through the lungs where the hemoglobin binds with oxygen, and this gives it a bright red colour. One hemoglobin molecule can bind 4 oxygen molecules. The blood returns to the heart and is then pumped around the rest of the body, and that's where it gives the cells the oxygen and picks up the carbon dioxide. When the blood returns to the lungs, it releases the carbon dioxide and picks up more oxygen before starting the whole journey again. Red blood cells, they're made in bone marrow and they can survive for roughly 4 months. The next main type of blood cell, they're the white blood cells. These are also known as leukocytes. Now, there's a large number of different white blood cells, and these are what form part of the immune system. These cells, they're used to fight infections such as a bacterial infection or even a virus infection. Some white blood cells, they make antibodies, and these are specific programs that latch onto a specific foreign agent and help the body to get rid of them. White blood cells, they're made in a number of different areas of the body, including the spleen, the thymus, and the lymph nodes. These cells, they've got varying lifespans. Some, they're only present for a few hours, but others, they may be around for years. The final cell type that we'll cover are platelets. They're also called thrombocytes. The platelets are oval-shaped cells and they help with blood clotting. Whenever a blood vessel breaks, the platelets, they gather in that area and they try to seal off the leak. Platelets also work in combination with another protein which is called the clotting factor, and that's to help to slow and stop bleeding. Platelets, they're made in the bone marrow and they survive for about 9 days. So we come back to the original question. Why is blood red? The red blood cells, they are by far the most numerous cells in the blood. There's millions of them in there. And as I've said, they contain hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is based on iron. When the blood is full of oxygen, it's got a bright red colour. As it loses oxygen, it becomes a darker red colour. But hemoglobin, it's not the only thing that can transport oxygen. Now, most animals on this planet use hemoglobin. But octopuses and horseshoe crabs, they use something called hemocyanin, and that results in their blood being a blue colour. But Gary, I hear you say, my blood can't be just red. When I look at my hands, have I got any showing? I don't know if I've got any showing today, but look at my hands and see my veins, they're blue. The blood inside those veins is still red. If you cut one, you will bleed red. The blue colour, it comes from the way that tissue absorbs, scatters and reflects light, and that's what gives it a blue tone. Another thing you may hear about is blood types. There are 8 main blood types, which consist of a combination of 3 main base types and a rhesus factor. If the rhesus protein is present, it's described as positive, otherwise it's negative. The blood groups are A negative, 6% of the population, A positive, 32%, B negative, 2%. B positive, 12%. O negative, 7%. O positive, 38%. AB negative, 1%. AB positive, 4%. So this is my whistle-stop tour about the blood that's flowing through our body. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. So, quick tour of the blood. Yes, there's loads more I could have put in, but I like to try and keep these videos short. Please drop a comment down below. Are there any follow-on questions that you'd like me to look at relating to the blood? Please let me know. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, well, it just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.